Hello everyone, Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching. I've got another Monday quarterback video for you. This one is not a typical Monday quarterback video. There is no use of force in this video. It's just a state trooper pursuing a person, and that person's on a motorcycle. They wreck and they decapitate themselves. So not really much, like I said, of a Monday quarterback. I just thought this was extremely interesting, and I thought that you all would find it interesting as well. This video popped up on my feed from a channel called State Boys, and it's a pretty interesting video. It looks like it's out of Georgia. I believe this is Georgia State Police or Georgia Highway Patrol, whatever they call themselves down there. I don't know what they go by. Looks like it occurred in Brantley County. And I'm not going to read through all that. It's not really that important to me. But I just want to play a couple snippets out of this video, and then we'll go from there. So I'll go to full screen. All right, we'll back this up. So, in a pursuit, and come across the
coming up
intersection.
on 520. He's about to run the red light, just ran the red light.
So this guy just completely blasted that red light. The trooper does a good job in stopping at the intersection, clearing the lanes, and then proceeding through. And you actually hear him verbalizing out loud, "Clear, clear." So he's doing his due diligence and how he's going about this pursuit.
Clear, clear.
And that gives the guy, I guess, in his mind of, oh, this officer's stopped at this light. Now I can gun it and go faster, and that's my moment to get loose. And so he's actually right up in here. So you can see a vehicle right here. He's about to go past that vehicle. Let me just hit the mute on it, because all you're hearing is sirens and engine noises anyway. So you see him right there. He goes off the side of the road, and like you see him go airborne. So hit this one more time. Oh, let me back up some. All right, so pay attention to the vehicle. You see him veer off to the left, hits it, boom, goes airborne, and then when he went airborne, he crashed into these bollards right here and decapitated himself. So there's the bike. His head hit somewhere over in here. It looks like his body went flying over here. And if we back it up a little bit more, let's see here. That looks like that's the helmet laying on the ground. So it looks like his head's right there, and then the rest of his body came flying right over there. And there's a good freeze frame without the black box on it, so you can see his feet's right there. Looks like his butt's right there, and then the rest of his torso's right there. Yeah, pretty freaking gnarly. So let's turn the volume back on and listen to the rest of this.
He just laid it down, 1050. He just got ejected, 1050, 1050. Go ahead and get EMS to me. Oh, Waycross, he's gonna be decapitated. His head is decapitated. Go ahead, send me everybody you got.
569 is clear. I'm 1076 on the 5019.
10-4. Yeah. White Cross, ain't much I can do. I gotta do CPR. His head is decapitated.
I did not hear that the first time I watched the video. I gotta replay that.
White Cross, ain't much I can do. I gotta do CPR. Yeah.
I'm 1076 on the 5019.
10-4. Yeah. White Cross, ain't much I can do. I gotta do CPR. His head is decapitated. Oh man.
Imagine, being somewhere. I don't know if these people work there or what, but I mean, imagine just, hearing all this commotion outside and then coming outside and then seeing a decapitated body laying on the ground. Pretty traumatizing for a lot of regular people. It's not a sight that is a common sight. And this is it's an old town. I mean, just imagine there's a kid there. I mean, imagine a kid's with their parent and they are out checking the PO box, or they're sending a package or something, and this butthole who decides he wants to run from the police, one, endangers everyone by doing this, but then two, because he crashes out and decapitates himself. Imagine if a kid had to see that. How traumatizing for a child to see something like that. So, like, I have really zero sympathy for this guy. He put so many people's lives in danger by wanting to run from the police. Like, why even run? Like, do these people never pay attention to the news? Criminals are being treated with soft gloves left and right, getting plea deals left and right, not hardly spending any time or no time at all in jail. It is almost like a free-for-all out there. Like, this is probably the best point in time for a person to be a criminal. Yeah, might go to jail for one day, but guess what? You're probably going to bond out within a day. There's just no sense in running and endangering other people's lives, let alone your own life. And not just endangering people's lives from an accident occurring, but also endangering people's mental health. If you crash out and decapitate yourself like this, or you're just dead, and the mental health problems that you're causing for everyone else to have to see that shit. Dealing with dead bodies or dead people it stays with you, right? It's a traumatic experience, and some people deal with it better than others, but even the ones who deal with it well, like, that's stuff that you can't make that shit go away. Like, you still see that stuff even when you close your eyes. Like, all the dead people I've dealt with, like, I still see them. And younger me, back in the day, like, sometimes I'd think about it a little bit more heavily, like the first few car fatalities that I responded to. Just kind of thinking about those people and their lives and how they got cut so short, and what they could have been after that point, or how well their lives could have been past that point, and how worthless it was for them to die so prematurely in life. And you kind of go down that little rabbit hole of thinking about stuff, and you think about yourself too. Like, what happens if you end up dying in the car wreck, whatever, man. Like, it just, you go down this mental thing. And even years from now, like, I still remember some of the first people that I've come across. And that's not that I say it doesn't bother me, like I dwell on it a whole lot, but like I said, it's just not stuff that you completely forget. I mean, it goes to a part of your head that isn't always to the forefront, but it's stuff you can't unforget. And so, aside from endangering people's lives, you're also endangering people's mental health. Now imagine, like I said, imagine a child going to the window, "What was that noise, Mommy?" And then looking outside and seeing this dude's freaking head cut off. Like, I mean, I could not imagine, like, how the hell would you deal with that? Not just the child, but the parent. Like, how the hell do you explain something like that? Especially, depending on the ages too, because up until a certain point, like, kids don't understand death. So, like I said, I really have no sympathy for this guy, because he endangered everyone's lives, and he's endangered people's mental health by pulling this shit. And just no sense in running. Just no sense. I mean, we have got repeat felony offenders out there getting plea deals right off the bat. Like, they bring nothing to the table. They automatically get a plea deal. Why? Why run? Just take your ticket and go with it. Like, you're not going to be held to the fullest extent of the law. Like, that has already been proven in the criminal justice system all across the United States. The courts favor the criminals. Like, you really ain't got shit to worry about. Out to at least cover the body
yes,
up.
sir. I'm gonna try to cover him up as much as I can. Yeah, let's try to cover him up. You want to head up? If I got another one, I would do so.
He said, "Do you want to pick his head up?"
So I'm gonna check and see if I got another one, and then we'll go from there. Hey, y'all got another sheet?
Alright, so that's pretty much the rest of this video. There's some people talking in the background all the way up until the end of the video, and then it cuts out there. So I haven't listened to all of it. I mean, there might be some interesting stuff you hear in the background. I have no idea, but you'll have to go to the State Boys YouTube channel to check that one out. I mean, nothing really to say more about this video. The trooper did nothing wrong whatsoever. These people who talk about pursuit policies and don't need to be pursuing because it endangers people, blah, 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 blah. It's not the police who are endangering people. It is the criminals who are endangering people. I don't believe in stopping pursuits. I don't believe it at all. I firmly believe that stopping pursuits enables the criminals. It emboldens the criminals because they know all they have to do is keep accelerating for just a little bit longer and the police will stop. And then they can get away. There was actually a video, I forgot where it was at, but there was a video where this guy was being pursued by police, and the dude called, while he's being pursued, he is being chased, he called 911 and complained about being pursued when there was a no pursuit, or what he thought that there was a no pursuit policy in place, and was saying that they were doing it wrong. They were not supposed to be chasing him. the balls on someone to run from police and then call 911 and complain that, oh, you're violating policy by chasing me. You're not supposed to be doing this. Like, insane. And there are people, they know where they can run and where they cannot run. And in the places where they know they're not going to be pursued, guess what? That's where they choose to go do their crimes at. So, no pursuit policies actually make things more dangerous. And when you look at accidents, injuries and fatalities from pursuits, it is not a very high number. It's not a very high figure. The anti-police people make it seem like people are dying left and right from, pursuits and whatnot, but that's not the case. That's not happening. It's a pretty low statistic of it occurring. So I have no problem with pursuits whatsoever. I believe that they need to continue doing pursuits, and that people who do flee from police and create dangerous situations like this need to be prosecuted to the fullest extent of the law. This is no different than, in my opinion, taking a gun and just blindly firing it in multiple directions and not caring what you're aiming at, who's around, or anything like that. And I personally think that if you get caught running from police like this and you get a minimum sentence of 10 years, 20 years, that would, I think, probably motivate people not to want to run as much. Especially when the alternative is, whatever it is they're running for, they're going to get a plea deal for anyway. So, anywho, not much else to say about this video. If you like what you hear and see, go ahead and give me a like and a share. If you have not already, hit the subscribe button and stay tuned for more Monday quarterback videos. Earl Henderson, Primordial Defense. Thank you for watching.